Hello students, welcome back to your history class. We're doing the long question and answers of chapter 7, Changing Cultural Traditions. And today we are going to be doing we had finished doing the causes of the Reformation movement. Today we are going to be learning about the course of the Reformation movement as well as the effects, the main effects of the Reformation movement. Oh. So question 7. Describe the course of the Renaissance movement, or you can even be asked as estimate the work of John Wycliffe, Martin Luther, and John Calvin for the Reformation movement. Now, Reformation was a great movement which tried to reform the Christian religion in the 15th and 16th century. You should always give an introduction about the movement, whichever movement we're talking about, before we jump into the effect, cause, or whatever. Okay, now I will again list out the points. There are 5 points in this. First one is the early attempts by, first one is early attempts. Second one will be Germany and Martin Luther. Next is Switzerland and John Calvin. England and Tudor monarchs. Finally, fifth is the Scandinavian country. We are looking at the course. That means how did it take place? Now, early attempts were made by John Wycliffe, John Huss, and Erasmus to reform the church. In the 14th century, particularly John Wycliffe of England attacked the corrupt clergy and all-powerful church. He was a great scholar who taught at the Oxford University. He is usually called as the morning star of the Reformation. He translated the Bible into English so that people could themselves read what the Bible actually taught. He greatly condemned the immorality of the clergymen. These were the early attempts. Then we talk about Germany and Martin Luther. The actual break with the Roman Catholic Church took place in Germany by the efforts of Martin Luther. He was a German clergyman who openly preached against the corruption and immoral life of the clergymen. He openly preached the sale of indulgences, which the Pope proposed to sell to collect funds for the construction of the new church of St. Peter in Rome. He translated the Bible into German. His efforts not only succeeded in Germany, but the Protestant religion which he founded also spread in the various other countries. Next is Switzerland and John Calvin. From Germany, the Reformation movement spread to other countries. In Switzerland, John Calvin started the Protestant movement. He was strongly opposed not only to the Pope and the clergymen, but also to the Roman Catholic Church. He led the Protestant movement in his country. He himself lived and advocated a simple and austere life. He had many followers in other countries like England, France, and Scotland. Then we talk about England and Tudor monarchs. In England, the Reformation movement was not only a religious, but it was a political movement. In England, the Reformation movement was led by Tudor monarchs. When the Pope refused the permission to Henry VII to divorce his wife Catherine, he cut off all connections with the Pope and himself became the head of the Church. It was thus the personal, or rather political question, and not the religious question, which gave rise to the Reformation in England. In 1559 AD, Henry VII's daughter Elizabeth I established the Church of England as the official church. I'm talking about the Scandinavian countries. In the Scandinavian countries, Denmark, Norway, and Sweden, the different rulers accepted Luther's religion and made the Protestant church as the official church in their own countries. So this was the course of the Renaissance movement. Now we'll talk about the effects. What were the effects of the Renaissance movement? Number one was division of the church. Then mutual conflicts and civil wars. Third is rise of nation states. Fourth, freedom of thought. Fifth, efforts to reform the Catholic Church. Sixth, religious wars among the European countries. So Reformation was a great movement which tried to reform the Christian religion in the 15th and 16th century. And following are the most important effects of the Protestant Reformation. Number one is division of the church into two parts. As a result of the Reformation movement, the church was divided between the Orthodox Christians, who regarded the Pope as their spiritual head, and those who followed the new reformers. They were respectively known as the Roman Catholics and the Protestants. Mutual conflicts and civil wars. Because of the Reformation movement, the religious fields also got confused, like the political field. The Catholic monarch began to persecute their Protestant subjects, and the Protestant monarchs began to persecute their Catholic subjects. In this way, Reformation led to mutual conflict and sometimes to civil wars. Rise of nation states. Several countries of Europe broke up their relations with the Pope and laid the foundation of their own national churches. The national church further led to the rise of the nation states, which were quite free from any other control, either of the church or any other state. Freedom of thought. The people were saved from the corrupt and immoral clergymen. They were also freed from the heavy burden of taxes and fees. Reformation promoted freedom of thought, which accelerated the progress in science and philosophy. Next is efforts to reform the Catholic Church. When the people began to openly criticize the Catholic Church, many of them left it in the process. In protest, the Catholics were forced to set their house in order. Consequently, the Catholic Church, on its part, reformed itself of many of its evils and efforts which were made to end corruption amongst the clergymen. Religious wars amongst the European countries. When, as a result of Reformation movement, the European countries were divided between Roman Catholic and the Protestant countries. Their mutual conflicts got sharpened, and for centuries, Europe was engaged in useless religious wars. So, this is the end of this question. Today we did question number 6 and 7. Tomorrow we will do question numbers 8 and 9. Describe the main geographical discoveries of the 16th century, and in what ways were the geographical discoveries responsible for bringing in the modern age. With this, I end today's class. Children, I hope you're writing down these answers. They will help you when you're appearing for your final examinations. With this, I end today's class. Stay home, stay safe, take care, keep learning. Thank you.